My name is Corey Cummings. I'm a third-year MA student, and my question is, do you think composing with sound encourages students to experiment more than they do in more traditional forms of writing? And if so, is that experimentation important?
Composing with sound encourages students to experiment because it opens up an abundant and complex interrelationship between the composer, their environment, and the history and legacies that have come before. The sonic environment or acoustic ecology becomes relevant, but also musical inheritances and knowledge come into play. This is important because it encourages the connections between composition, the environment, and our histories.
My name is Jake Castle, and I'm a second-year PhD student. And my question is, when you encounter pushback, what strategies do you have to motivate students who don't see the point of audio-focused projects, especially projects that require students to produce audio?
Motivation is a key factor in learning. The setup of an audio assignment is a very important part of creating motivation. If the assignment is too prescribed, there may be pushback from some students. It is important for students to feel control and ownership over their compositions. This can be done by encouraging students to be part of the discussion that defines the assignment. We all have a voice, and it is necessary to listen to everyone involved. Pushback or resistance to a particular assignment can be seen as an opportunity to develop an opinion. It could be the starting point of a composition. The pedagogical power of sound writing comes from being heard. Listening, even if it's to a voice of dissent, engages that power.
My name is Jordan Russ, and I'm a first-year master's student. My question is, if we assert these kinds of assignments are important, what affordances can we offer for those who can't access these kinds of technologies or media, whether due to disability, lack of technological access, or so on?
Access to technology is becoming almost a moot point. I look out at a university class today and I see almost twice as many audio recording and editing devices as there are students. There will always be a range of aptitudes and abilities, but it is important to encourage the cultivation and development of individual progress. Sound writing, like any skill, takes practice. Safe environments that promote improvement and encourages experimentation can help. A comment I get a lot is, "I hate the sound of my recorded voice." This is a reaction that can be addressed by practice and encouragement. The uniqueness of every voice is to be celebrated.
My name is Michael McDermott. I'm a second-year MA student, and my question is, what's different, if anything, about developing and practicing oral literacy when listening to pre-recorded or edited soundscapes versus listening to the live soundscapes of physical locations?
The difference between a live soundscape and a recorded one is the perspective of the recorder. Any recording has an inherent subjectivity. Where the mic is placed, when the recording starts or stops, and the context of the listening of the recording all have subjective choices that affect perception. In a live soundscape, our perception is more in context, but there's no rewind button. Soundscapes are never objective. Like the tree falling in the forest, if no one's there to hear it, does it still make a sound? The key to oral literacy is understanding the inherent subjectivity of listening.